Welcome to LA Art Zone. I'm Jessica Campbell.
And I'm Greg Goldner, and today's adventure takes us to the William S. Hart Park and Museum. You've heard of Charlie Chaplin. Funny hat, funny mustache, cane. You've probably heard of Mary Pickford. But who is William S. Hart?
Try one of the most legendary silent film stars of all time. And we're located here in northern Los Angeles County, more specifically Santa Clarita, where the 14 and the 5 meet. Now, if you want to find out more information about the museum and its hours, go to www.hartmuseum.org. Well, I'm here with Superintendent Norman of the Hart Park, and we are standing in the most beautiful location. So please explain to me where we are.
Well, this is the apex of the park. This is like the very top of William S. Hart's land that he actually donated to the county. He donated 230 acres. It's since increased by about 35 acres because the county of Los Angeles purchased some more additional land to it, so it's 265 acres now. These are, where we're standing now, are trails that are throughout the park. There's about 9 miles worth of trails if you took them all through the park. There's equestrian trails also. We have horse people that come through here, or you can go down into the campgrounds that are here, or you can go back to the museum on this part. So these trails will take you everywhere within the park that you want to go.
Well, tell me a little bit about the bison that you have here. How did they ever end up at Hart Park?
Well, it's an interesting story. Actually, the first herd that came here, there was 9 of them. Walt Disney had them, and they were actually used in a film called Westward Ho! The Wagon. And he wanted to take the buffalo herd off of his property, which is here in Santa Clarita Valley over in Saugus. And so he donated them to Hart Park in 1962.
Deborah, why don't you tell us a little bit about this facility?
You're in the barnyard right now. This is the William S. Hart Barnyard, and the reason that we have a barnyard is because Mr. Hart was such a lover of animals. He starred in most of his films with his pinto pony, Fritz. He had other horses. He had dogs. He loved animals. So we have animals here that are typical of a barnyard. You just saw the geese come in at night. That's something they do every single night. They walk in, and they walk out in the morning. We have chickens, pigs, a lot of the animals that you'd find in a barn. Norman here is a favorite just because of his size. He's almost 2,000 pounds.
Okay. Wow.
So, and he's super friendly.
He is.
And he's colorful.
Soft.
He's a Holstein. Normally Holsteins would be black and white, but he's red and white. So I think that adds to his specialness too.
Wow, he is a truly...
And he knows his name, so people talk to him.
Hi, Norman. I guess that means hi and how you doing?
Visit. You're visiting Half-Pint, our donkey. She came from us through, her mom was in the BLM and the Roundup. When the people got her, they didn't know that the mom was pregnant. So then when they had the baby, they said, oh, well, she can come live at Hart Park. So that's how we got Half-Pint, our donkey.
Wow.
And she's been the mascot for a long time. You're right there, you're getting visited by Monty.
Hi, Monty.
He's our quarter horse.
I'm getting the little kisses. I am. Little nibbles and little kisses.
And that's Blackie. He's our standard bred.
We're now in the home of an original bad boy cowboy, William S. Hart, and Aisha Salator is going to tell us all about the man, the myth, the legend.
Well, Mr. Hart really was the man, the myth, the legend. He was most well known for being a silent cowboy movie star, and he made movies from 1914 to 1925. When he was done making movies, he decided to move on over here to Newhall. And here we are in his retirement mansion.
And he seems like a pretty rough and tough kind of guy. I'm kind of a rough and tough guy. I'd love to get a look around.
Well, let's get started then.
Now, I know he was a big-time cowboy, but this table looks a little large for a poker table.
Well, a man's got to eat.
It's true, a man does have to eat. Tell us what's going on. Where are we?
Well, this is Mr. Hart's formal dining room. So when his friends came over, this is the table they would actually sit at. And there's some pretty interesting things in this room. On the table, you'll see original plates, Czechoslovakia china laced in gold. This is an electrical outlet in the floor. And you have to imagine that this table would have been pulled in between the two chandeliers. Mr. Hart would have sat at this end of the table, and plugged into that outlet would have been a little foot pedal. So when it was time for dinner, all you had to do is push this little foot pedal. There's the bell in the kitchen. that would ring, and the staff would bring out your food for you.
And why don't we have these anymore?
I don't know.
Every man fights for one thing in their house, and one thing only, and that's a man cave, and William S. Hart has his. Welcome to his man cave. From the bearskin rug to guns and swords, like, this guy really had quite the man cave.
He really did. In fact, there were a lot of things you could do in here to entertain yourself as well.
So I just imagine him sitting here, you know, enjoying a drink by the fire on the bearskin rug, you know, listening to the piano player play, screening his films. It was a tough life this guy had. And it seems like old Bill Hart kept some pretty good company too.
He did. He had a lot of famous friends, actors, artists, and even aviators. Amelia Earhart, actually, a fun story of how the two met, was sort of by accident. Her test pilot had taken one of her planes, got a little bit too close to the Hart house. So Mr. Hart runs outside to see what this commotion is, sees this plane, and allegedly filed a police report. So the next thing he knew, Amelia Earhart and her test pilot were here at the front door to apologize.
Now, I know we're in his bedroom now, but it seems pretty modest for such a big movie star.
It really is, but don't let that fool you. It's actually his second bedroom in the house. This is Mr. Hart's original bedroom, but he didn't stay here too long because the dogs took it over. Here we have Prince and we have Gal, two custom dog beds, and hence what we call the dog's bedroom. Mr. Hart was a huge animal lover. In fact, he was an honorary president of the SPCA of Los Angeles, treated his dogs and his horses just like they were his best friends.
Just what a day we had here at the William S. Hart Park and Museum. I got a personal tour of his mansion. He's got a man cave that you wouldn't believe. Projection screen, bearskin rug, samurai swords, guns. Dude had it right.
Okay, well that's a lot of inspiration. He had some swagger going on, but not only that, he's got an unbelievable barn area. I have a boyfriend now, he's quite a caliber man, his name is Norman. Yeah, I'll pop my collar on that one. And then also there's this great little donkey called Half Pint that's got a lot of personality.
Well, if you want to check out the man cave, meet Half Pint or her boyfriend, Norman, go to www.hartmuseum.org.
Well, it's time for us to go. Thank you for checking out another Art Zone.
Come on, little lady.